Welcome back to another video, guys, and in this video, following the popularity of my small towns in Victoria video, I thought it'd only be right to do the next one in Queensland, and I'm going to run through a couple of options for you guys to consider for small towns. Now, once again, I do want to stress that this is beyond my own personal risk appetite, so please make sure it fits your strategy and do your own due diligence about these locations before investing into them. You do have to have a naturally higher risk tolerance when considering smaller towns due to their population size, their economic base, and their overall fundamentals. However, I have selected a couple of good options for you guys to consider. And before I do go into them, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my free property newsletter where I go through a different suburb every single week, analyzing that location, also providing you property investing tips, keeping you updated to the property news, and more. It's completely free. You're doing yourself a disservice by not being subscribed. So take a second to go and subscribe and be updated. Now let's get back to the video. Now the first location I want to go through, guys, is Kingaroy. Now Kingaroy, if you guys don't know, is the peanut capital of Australia, and it has employment across agriculture, cattle, macadamias, and more. It also has a lot of major renewable projects, energy projects underway in the region, which will attract further construction and new operation jobs. There's a lot of money being spent in this area and within the wider South Burnett catchment, and so there's plenty of opportunities to look at properties in this location. In fact, when we look at the data, you can see that the median buy price is around $618,000 with a yield of around 4.5%. I have seen properties go up to 5%, a bit lower than 5%, but it does have decent fundamentals. Now, this location has been growing for the past 3 to 5 years with about 60% growth over the past 3 years, but you can see that median rents have also kept up with about 7% over the past 12 months, so it's very strong from that standpoint. Now, its fundamentals are pretty decent. It's got a socioeconomic score of 2, which is typical for smaller regional towns, and a 37% rented to owner-occupier ratio. So you can see there are plenty of owners in that location. Now, you can see affordability is starting to stretch up to 40 years, and it's a common trend you're going to see with a lot of these locations. This is because there has been significant price growth over the past 5 years. Nonetheless, these are some options you can consider. And you can see that overall stock levels are still falling and still heading in the right direction, and the days on market is still solid with properties being sold under 60 days, so about a month and a half or so, which is very, very good to see. And when you look at the economic diversity of this location, you can see that Kingaroy is fairly diversified into healthcare, retail trade, manufacturing, education training, and more, with no sector taking up more than 25%. But importantly, you can start to look at the exports. Now, a lot of it is still tied to manufacturing and agriculture as well in this location, and so that is a risk that you have to accept when considering a small town like this. However, due to Kingaroy's relative price point as well as yield, as well as the renewable projects that are happening in and around this area, it is one that has made the list for you guys to consider and do further due diligence on. And an example property is something like this: a decent weatherboard home sold for $575 with a good interior, something that's acceptable to consider, is something that could be on your watch list. That was sold on the 24th of April, so very, very recent, and it's a decent asset to consider. And just before I go on to the next location, if you haven't already, guys, subscribe to the private community. We have over 260 members helping each other out on a daily basis, identifying locations like this to fit any sort of budget, any sort of strategy, any sort of risk profile. It's $40 a month, guys. It's an absolute no-brainer for the amount of assistance, mentorship, and guidance you get for such a fraction of the price, and every single member is there to help you guys. So if you have any questions at all about any of these locations or any locations you are considering in 2026 post-budget, then you need to be in the community to get the help that you need. Now let's get back to the video. Now, the next location for you guys to consider is Atherton. Now, this location is relatively close to Cairns, and for those of you who have been an avid watcher of me over the years, know that I'm quite bullish on Cairns as a location from its economic diversity perspective, its population size, and its overall growth over the past 3 to 5 years. And this location is extremely close to Cairns, about 50 k's or so from memory, and it has relatively good fundamentals behind it. It does attract a lot of professionals and retirees into this location who are seeking sort of more of a relaxed lifestyle in far north Queensland. And when you look at the data behind it, you can see the median price is around $576,000 with a yield of around 4.5%. And when we start to look down, you can see the population is just about 10,000 people or so, so very small. And price growth has been pretty steady over the past 3 to 5 years, and rental growth has been strong, about 7%. And so you're able to increase rents in this location. Demand is strong and vacancies are tight. And once again, ersatz score of 237% rented to owner occupier ratio, and affordability is above that 35-year mark. However, positives are stock levels are very low, inventory is very low, vacancies are very tight. Everything that you need in terms of future capital growth is lining up very, very well for Atherton, and it's also quite close to Cairns. And there's a different price discrepancy between the two, which makes it a reasonable location to consider. And when you look at the economic diversity of this location, you can see once again it's mainly into healthcare, agricultural, retail trade, and education training. And very similarly, when you look at the exports, it's mainly tied towards agriculture. However, I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people who work in Atherton or live in Atherton do also work in Cairns as well. And so I'm not too stressed about this location from that standpoint. And I do think this is another one that should be on your list that is worth looking at. Now, yes, it is also worth investigating the other small towns near Atherton and close to Cairns as well. And I have another location close to Cairns that will be in this video as well. But if you are enjoying this video, guys, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you share it with your friends, and get this video out to as many people as possible, because I want as many investors to be informed as possible, because on this channel we don't gatekeep locations, we talk about them straight away. And in Atherton you can find a good home like this for $530,000. Once again, it's an older weatherboard house, the interior is very nice, sold for under $550,000, so it is very, very affordable and a good little property that you could be considering in a location like this. Now, the next location for you guys to consider is Maryborough. Now, this is a good location to consider. It's very close to the Hervey Bay region, and as we know, the Hervey Bay region is absolutely exploding right now in terms of investment opportunity and infrastructure projects. And this does have sort of engineering and manufacturing sector as well as retail trade. Now, it is fairly diversified. There is a big river running through, so make sure you double check the flood zones in this location. And there are affordable properties at good yields. And so when we look at the data, you can see the median buy price is around 600K or so, with a yield of close to 4.5%. Once again, the same story with Queensland location. The growth has been there over the past 3 to 5 years, but the rental market has just as well kept up, meaning that yields are still keeping up for locations like this, making it attractive for investors. We can see that the stock levels isn't as positive compared to the other locations that I've showed this far. However, the demand is still there, under 40 days. Vacancies are still tight and inventories are within our acceptable thresholds. And when we look at Maryborough as a location, when we're talking about employment diversification, it is well into healthcare and social assistant, retail trade, public admin and safety, and more, with no sector taking up more than 25%. But the point I really want to make is that this location is supported wider by the Hervey Bay, Fraser Coast region, and I think it'll continue to prosper because of that. It is extremely close. So even though it is a small town by population size, because it is tied to the bigger regional hub, it's more of a lower risk, smaller town in my opinion. Of course, it still has its risks, but that is something to consider. And in Maryborough, you can find a good little weatherboard house like this that is sold for $605,000 on 500 square meters of land on a decent little pocket. Definitely on the older side homes, it might even have fibrous ceilings, so that is something to be aware of. But you can find homes like this in and around the 600K price point, even in today's competitive market. So if you're considering a small town, Maryborough should be on your list. Now, there's one other location I want you guys to consider, and that is Mareeba. And this location is once again very close to the Cairns CBD. It's a location that is known for its coffee alongside mangoes, tropical fruits, sugarcane, and others as well. There is also light manufacturing. There's also a bit of an aviation sector. And for those of you who are car enthusiasts, it's also got a classic Ford museum, which is very, very interesting, at least to me anyway. That's what I love about these small towns. They always have these nice museums that you can always visit, which is very, very cool in my opinion. And once again, this one has been added to the list because of its close proximity to Cairns and the broader regional growth story. And a lot of that ripple effect tends to transfer to these smaller regional towns when big locations start to grow in value. And when you look at the data, once again, under 600K, 4% yields, 4.5% yields is what you can find. The growth story is the same as other regional locations, but I just want to stress once again, the rental return on these locations is still quite good because the rental growth has kept up due to underlying demand, and we can see that reflected in the vacancy rate itself. Now, in terms of the data behind it, it probably has the worst out of the lot that I've shown you so far. The inventory is around 3 months, which is on the higher side. The days on market is 70 days, once again on the higher side. However, I do think post-budget, a lot of this demand will start to flow back into these areas and these sectors, and I do think this is one of the smaller towns that could be on your watch list that you should be considering and looking deeper into, and talking to sales agent and just clarifying that this is the still a decent location to consider. And you can see that the overall days on market trend is still in the right direction, while the stock on market has been a little bit more flat. Of course, if we start to see inventory drop further, we will see price growth continue to occur in this location. And this location is very, very well diversified into agriculture, healthcare, public admin, manufacturing, and more. And it should be on your watch list because of its proximity to Cairns and the wider growth story as well. In this location, you can find good properties like this for under 600k. It's a brick home, it's got a bit of a slope land, but the overall interior is good and perfectly rentable as well. There might be even subdivision potential on an asset like this, subject to council approval and a town planner as well. And by the way, this is 1,000 square meters. If you found something a bit smaller, it will be cheaper. And so this location should be on your watch list as well. And so I've covered about 4 locations thus far on this video. Apart from these locations, there are also 3 other locations that came up on my list to consider. This included Gatton, as well as Gympie, as well as Stanthorpe. Now, a lot of these locations still came up on my list as a potential investment opportunity because it was of decent size, connected to or close to a larger regional town. It's economically diversified. But the only problem with those locations that I mentioned is that they have a higher entry price point and the yield isn't as good as the ones mentioned in this video, and therefore I did not include them. Now, all that said though, these are the type of small towns that you want to be investing in. You don't want to be considering the smaller mining towns like Emerald or Dalby. These aren't what I consider lower risk. These are higher risk opportunities. And so you do have to be very careful about that. I want to stress once again in this video that these locations are not something I personally would want to invest into due to their size, their nature, the population size, and the base. But if I was forced to and I had to look strategically about which locations I could consider investing into, these are the towns and locations I would consider because they're connected to the wider regional hubs, as well as being economically diversified and having a good history and infrastructure investment, etc. And so if this video has helped you and you believe I can help you more, jump in the private community. That is where you'll get the help you need. $40 a month. You can cancel it anytime. There's no joining fees. It's just a simple subscription model. Get the information, get the mentorship, buy a property, and then leave. Till next time, thank you very much, guys.